There are tons of people applying to speaking events right now, and I am going to show you how to get chosen. Now that we've become even more virtual, it is even more important that you stand out among all of the sea of applications. You are going to want to fill out an application that stands out from the rest because it's memorable and powerful. And there are 4 things you can do today that will help you get chosen. Give yourself the gift of time. Choose an idea you are an expert on. Remember, it's not about you. And less is more. 1. The gift of time. Once you know the deadline, schedule time to write the first draft of the application. Reread the question more than once because sometimes these questions are meant to send you in one direction, but it's your job to get to the source of what the organizer is asking. And be sure that the question that you are answering is what they're asking, not what you think they're asking. Here's an example. Is your talk a gift or an ask? My talk is most definitely an ask because I'm going to share my ideas about global warming and ask the audience to make changes in their daily lives to hopefully reduce their carbon footprint, in turn making the world a better place. Time could have helped this answer, and here is why. This could be an example of a gift, but the applicant didn't really understand the question, so their answer in the question, they're saying it's an ask. This answer is actually a call to action. It's not a gift or an ask. A proper answer could be, I'm going to share specific ideas on exactly what changes we can make in our everyday lives in order to have the greatest impact on lessening or even eliminating our carbon footprint. This answer is well thought out and given the time it needed, and it's clearly a gift, which is what the organizers are looking for because the answer tells us we're going to walk away with something. Now that you've filled out your application and reread the questions and thoughtfully written your answers, give yourself even more time to revisit it 1 week before you submit. You will want to correct the typos you missed on the first pass, and you want to make a change to the sentence structure perhaps. You may even change your mind about your big idea and want to write about something else. And if you do, good for you. You've given yourself enough time to do that. Also, when we step away from something we've written and come back to it, we will see it with clear, different eyes. The second tip on how to write a winning application is always choose an idea you are an expert on. Be sure to apply with an idea that you are passionate about, but also that you know about. You must have credibility to talk about this idea. If you have a big, complicated idea, also back it up with science or statistics. Let's say the application asks, do you have the credibility to talk on this subject? Here's one answer. Although I've never formally studied the art of mind reading, I was born into a family of clairvoyants and therefore consider myself an expert on the subject. This is an example of a non-credible applicant. There is not enough foundation to even consider this speaker. Here's a credible answer. Not only have I been in the health and wellness industry for over 25 years, I've also worked directly with several doctors who specialize in Parkinson's disease and that can show studies to prove boxing does improve the motor function of early onset Parkinson's patients. This is clearly a credible expert. Here's another tip on how to fill out this winning application. Remember, it's not about you. There are many wonderful inspirational keynotes and talks out there. Your talk should come from you and have your point of view. It should be made clear in the answer that you are passionate about the idea and you are not making about you or your needs. Here's an example. Why are you passionate about this subject? I've spent the last 10 years working with inmates on yoga and meditation while simultaneously working alongside psychologists on the effects these practices have had on the success rate of re-entry. This is an excellent example of somebody who is sharing why they're passionate about their idea without making it about them. Here's another example. Not only has my company been able to find jobs for people who have tried everything else, I've also been able to continue to grow my business to 7 figures, and I'm going to give a copy of my book to everyone at the end. Never pitch your company or promote your book directly in an application, ever. And finally, the last tip in writing your winning application: less is more. Be clear, be succinct, and be specific. The ideas need to be expressed in few words. Here's an example. What idea are you communicating? I'm going to talk about how when dogs live with us, they're so loving and sweet that they reduce stress, and because we walk them, we get our workout in. And that is so healthy and ultimately leads to a longer life and can reduce blood pressure, just like going to the gym. Woo, I'm out of breath. This is an example of how more does not work. Here is an example of less. Having a dog can elongate a person's life and could potentially eliminate the need for blood pressure meds. Less is how you can be effective in sharing your big idea. I hope this helps you get clarity on how to apply and get chosen. Let me know what your biggest takeaways are, and if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you get my latest video, and be sure to tune in to the next one. I so appreciate that you are here and will always reply to the comments. Big love.